What is up YouTube, I'm Royal, I'm rank 1 Wild Rift, and today we're playing Yasuo yet again, but today we're playing him in the ADC position, so we're taking him down to the dual lane and we're abusing some ADC players. So the awesome thing about Yasuo in the ADC role is that he completely counters ADC champs because of his wind wall. All you need to do to play Yasuo in the dual lane is make sure you have a support that can go in, engage, and set you up. So those supports include Thresh, Nautilus, Alistar, right? You need a support that can go in, get those knockups, get those easy knockups for you to ult from, and you're gonna be golden. Your biggest issue when you play ADC Yasuo is that you don't really have a lot of range, and I'm gonna show you how to deal with that in the gameplay, but first, let's talk about the build. So unlike lane Yasuo, on dual lane Yasuo, we're going to be going more aggressive. We want to be one-shotting those squishy champions down in the dual lane, especially those ADCs. So we're going to be going for Berserker, Greaves, Rush, get that AD, get that attack speed early on, and be ready to commit to all lanes. Then we're going to be going for Solari Charge Blade, which is actually a strong burst early game item that's going to help us one-shot those squishy champions. Then we're going to build Bloodthirster, which is of course one of the best items on Yasuo. Gives you a bunch of physical vamp, gives you a bunch of AD, and even attack speed if your health is above 50%. After the core 3 items, you can start building depending on what your team needs. If you're getting bursted too easily, go Immortal Shield Bow or Divine Sunder. If you want more damage, Infinity Edge. If you want more utility, so you're able to be a little tankier, but also have a lot more movement speed so you can dash around the fights, especially if the enemies have low CC, Trinity Force is a great choice. Guardian Angel as the last item is always great as well. If the enemies have a lot of magic damage, you can even look for a Maw of Malmorius or Witsend. If the enemies are very tanky, you can look for a Mortal Reminder. So you definitely have a lot of options and you can build based on what your team needs. However, these are the 3 core items when you play him ADC. For your runes, you're of course going to go for Lethal Tempo, Brutal. Then you can pick between Last Stand and Giant Slayer. Giant Slayer I find not to be too good in this case, because you want to be fighting early into the game, and Giant Slayer just doesn't really do much against enemy ADCs, so Last Stand is my go-to. And then I go for Bloodline, because you don't really need Alacrity when you're taking 2 attack speed items to begin with, right? Solari Charge Blade already gives 40%, and you get another 35% from your Berserker Greaves, so you don't necessarily need Alacrity, so you can just go Bloodline or Tenacity if the enemies have a lot of CC. Finally, for your last rune, you're not going to be going Bone Plating, you're going to be going for Second Wind, which is going to help you mitigate some of that poke from the enemies being ranged. Another option is of course Nullifying Orb, however I found the most success with Second Wind. For your spells, you're going to be going for either Exhaust or Ignite, depending on what your support goes. You definitely want to have at least one Ignite, but if your support goes for Ignite, you should go for Exhaust. Now let's jump straight into the gameplay so you can see exactly what you need to do to carry games on Yasuo ADC. So we actually have the top 1 Xin Zhao in our team, that's spicy. And we're playing Yasuo and Thresh versus Tristana and Zyra. So this is actually a very, very good matchup for us because they have double squishies. So every time Thresh lands a hook, it's pretty much a guaranteed kill or a guaranteed flash that we're going to be getting. It seems like our Thresh is actually going in the wrong lane, but that's a-okay. So when you play Yasuo in the dual lane, the most important thing is giving yourself space. You want to keep the wave near your turret so you can dash through the minions, jump on the enemy team, and go for these extended trades with Lethal Tempo. So it looks like Thresh is actually going for some tomfoolery level 1, but that's okay with us. As long as we're able to get last hits, we're happy. We don't want to be pushing this wave anyway. Your level 1 is actually the weakest point in the game for Yasuo ADC in the dual lane, in the dragon lane. So we don't really care that Thresh is gone. As long as you can get an advantage topside, we're happy. I just want to get to my level 2 and preferably my level 3 because I can unlock my wind wall and completely negate all their damage. So Thresh is now coming to lane, that's good. Gonna go for a quick trade and get the farm. Okay, Thresh actually going in right away, so I'm just gonna jump on the Zyra, and that's first blood to me. Oh, Oh wait, he's trolling. Okay, I was flashing out in the hopes of getting my shield, and that's gonna be able to stop the bomb damage. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. I was very close to it, but it seems like Tristana jumped over me. Jumped on my dead body, and Thresh was able to clean her up. But we did get the first blood, so we're ahead in gold, and that's what matters. I kind of trolled my build here. I could have bought my boots, but I didn't. For some reason, I decided to buy a dagger. So I'm just gonna look to see if I can push this wave. Yeah, I'm trying to see if the enemies will walk up and try and contest, and maybe we can look for a fight. But since the enemies seem to be just playing safe after getting completely bamboozled and surprised by our early levels, I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly base so I can get my Berserker Greaves. If I can open up the shop. Dude, the shop has been very buggy for me, like, since the last 2 patches. Like, buying items feels weird. And now we're gonna start building towards our Solari Charge Blade. Since we based, they're gonna start pushing the wave in because they're Master and Grandmaster tier players. Even though these are supposed to be the best players on the server, right? There's like 5 Challenger players in NA right now. So these guys are like the top, like, 300 players in NA. And they're playing so bad, man. It's so hard to see. They got completely bamboozled by the ADC Yasuo. So we do have Xin Zhao here in the bot lane, looking to assist us in any plays. We don't have our ulti yet, unfortunately. Okay, the wave is pushing way too slow, so he can't do much. Oh, Kane is actually here. He's gonna go in on the Thresh, and we're gonna immediately focus him down. Easy kill for the Xin Zhao. And we can keep chasing. Oh, he actually flashed in. I was not ready to follow up with my ulti. But we can push in the wave, and they're too low HP to stay. We can definitely dive this. Just give me a knock-up. That's the flash play from the Thresh. And we actually dash through the minions to get the Zyra too. Great hook by the Thresh. And we're just diving them under tier 2. And now they're gonna miss all this farm. They already missed an entire wave. And they're gonna miss another wave of farm. Kane is actually coming, but he doesn't have his ultimate, so I don't know what he's doing. We're just gonna one-shot him as well. And that's the power of the early game of ADC Yasuo. We're gonna take 3 plates, they're gonna miss 2 waves, and we're gonna get 4 kills out of that play. And now we're 4-1-1. Absolutely disgusting lead. We're actually 1,500 gold ahead of the Tristana right now, and we're almost at our Charge Blade. We've already gotten massive, and that's exactly the early game you want to go for when you're playing this Yasuo build. You want to keep the wave in your side of the lane and look for these all-ins. Diving is also exceptionally easy because you have so much burst against these squishy champions. And again, I only recommend playing this when the enemies do have squishy champions and you do have an engaged support. If the enemies had like Nautilus Lucian and I had Lulu or a Yumi, this would not be going the same. So it's not a champion that you want to pick every single game. However, if you do find the right spots for him, Yasuo in the Dragon lane can be absolutely disgusting. So if you can see what I'm doing here with Thresh, we're freezing the wave. So Tristana and Zyra can literally not walk up. The moment they walk up, Thresh is going to flash Flay with his Hex Flash. I'm going to get my ulti off, he's going to get a guaranteed hook on the champion I ultied, and it's over for them, right? So they can't walk up, they're going to miss an entire wave while just sitting under their tower doing nothing. Because they simply cannot walk up, right? Now the objectives have spawned, so we don't want to keep freezing, we want to push the wave to get prio so we can move in case it's needed. It looks like our jungler is going to be doing Rift Herald, but we can look to contest the dragon, which they're not even doing. Perfect. I can maybe even look for a row mid here. The Orianna is very overextended. Gonna jump through the minions, jump on the Orianna. I'm gonna exhaust because it looked like she was gonna flash. Ult on the Thresh hook. Ooh, I was going for a dive, but I got rooted. He's gonna flash out of there. A bit of a mistake on my end. Getting rooted there. I could have windwalled that. But we're gonna get a Zyra flash. We're gonna get a kill on the Orianna. And as my team drops the Herald mid and starts Dragon, I'm gonna push the bot wave and get prio. But I don't think they're going to be contesting anything. We've absolutely destroyed them in the bot side of the map. And Tristana is here by herself. We're just going to dive her right away. Give me the knock-up. I don't have my ulti actually, but I'll just chase her out. And Tristana's going to go down. She's going to miss even more waves. And we're going to be able to get the turret as well. We got mid turret. with the Herald, and now just get bot turret just by winning lane extremely hard. We have 2,700 gold, so we're gonna go base. And I'm not even duo queue with this Thresh, by the way. I just thought, wow, this looks like a good game for ADC Yasuo, so why not? Based on the picks that I already have in Champ Select. Okay. And now we can play like a normal Yasuo, right? You don't have to play like an ADC, you can play like a Yasuo. I'm gonna get Prime mid and I'm gonna roam. Kinda wanna get this red buff, but it looks like Thresh wants us to go for the Aatrox. Just gonna jump on him real quick. Drop the ulti as well. My team just has so many knockups with Xin, Zhao, Ornn, and Thresh. It's so easy for me to engage these fights. I just have to make sure that I'm using my ulti wisely. I kinda wanna go for this Skullcrab, but he was going for some kind of dive. I definitely should have taken that Lantern. Okay, Thresh. My Thresh just solo killed the enemy jungler. Dude, buff Thresh. I don't think I can get there in time. And there's no way for me to dash through, unfortunately. Okay, I'm just gonna keep pushing the wave. Yeah, I rarely see good Thresh players, but this guy is absolutely smurfing it. And like I've said in all my videos, on my tier list videos, Thresh is the best support if you can play him well. I do not see many people play Thresh well. So I always recommend Nautilus as an alternative because he's just easier to play. And after pushing in the lanes, we're immediately gonna go and invade their jungle, right? I'm gonna let Akshan take the blue buff since it's kind of useless on me. But we're immediately gonna be pushing in the waves and farming the enemy jungle. And that's how you snowball a lead in Wild Rift. You wanna put the enemy jungler behind as much as you can by taking his jungle, right? My Akshan got caught, that's unfortunate. But my team is cleaning up. Okay, Thresh, the flash hook. He's absolutely popping off. I can maybe look for a blast cone. We hit the Nado, max range Nado, and we're gonna quickly one-shot the Zyra. And that's the absolute power of Solari Charge Blade. If you can get in there, your burst is absolutely insane. Ooh, good jump from the Tristana. He's gonna flash out too, so he's very scared. Oh, Kane is going in, but we can just tank the turret with Ornn and absolutely dive everyone who goes in. That's an inhibitor in minute 9. We're absolutely destroying them. And it's not like late game Yasuo falls off, right? The main issue with late game is that you will be lacking range. So you want to be looking for good all-ins and bursting the enemy carries, right? Because if we were to do a long team fight versus Orianna and Tristana, where we're not able to one-shot them, it would be very hard in the late game. So that's the downside of this build. I'm actually not sure what I should be building in this particular game. I kind of think I'm going to go Triforce for the fun of it. Just to get the extra mobility and be able to constantly catch up to their squishies. My enemy jungler is taking red buff, so I'm going to go ahead and take his red buff. Since he's too busy taking the enemy jungler's farm, I don't think he's gonna mind if I take some of his. He's not gonna have time to farm all this anyway. And again, when I play Yasuo, I want to be resource gathering as much as I can. Yasuo is one of the fastest farmers in the game. He takes minions quickly, he takes monsters down quickly. So don't be shy about farming as much as you can to get to your item power spikes. The dragon is spawning in 2 seconds. So we're gonna go secure that. Since we did get the first dragon and we're so far ahead, this is gonna be an easy game for us to get Dragon Soul in, which is definitely gonna be useful because later into the game we might actually struggle versus their range, right? That's the main worry. But it shouldn't be a massive issue with Infernal Soul, which is probably the strongest soul in the game. Oh, Orianna is overextended. Give me that ulti! Oof, this Thresh Yasuo combo is so powerful, man. The Flay is such an easy knockup to get. I immediately ult off that, so he just does Flash Flay or Hex Flash Flay. I jump in with my ulti, and then while the enemy champion is in my ulti, Thresh can land a very easy hook, right? Hello, Kane. Red Kayn would actually be great this game since we're all like melee except Akshan. Like tanky Red Kayn. Quickly one-shot him. Damn, I took a lot of damage. Second wind! My shield! Dude, I almost died at Leandries. My shield and second wind came in clutch. Yeah, the only problem with this build is that you're quite squishy, right? This damage Yasuo build, you need to make sure that you remember that you're not tank Yasuo, right? You're getting one shot by turrets, getting one shot by everything. So you have to play accordingly. Of course, you can get more tanky after your first 2 items. I'm gonna go for Trinity Force this game. I don't want to be too tanky, but you definitely can go tanky. It looks like Aatrox has also given up, kind of. He's ruining my recording and my gameplay. Man, I always get mad when I have really good gameplays and somebody goes AFK and just completely ruins it. However, I'm pretty sure that you guys got the gist of this game of how OP ADC Yasuo can be in the right circumstances. And we definitely snowballed our aim lead very well, but I still want to show you how to properly close out games because I've seen so many throws happen. In even my games, I see so many throws happen, so closing out games is also very important. We're going to go for the Trinity Force, we got Baron, and we're going to immediately push every lane in and overwhelm the enemy team with minions. When you get Baron, the last thing you want to do is int. You want to make sure that you're overwhelming the enemy with minions. Oh, hello, Rihanna. The minions are coming up. I'm about to get some free dashes. Boom, boom. Oh, she's actually going back. Oh no, I trolled my wind. I trolled my tornado. I didn't even have to throw it. I could just do my spin tornado because my third ability already cancels out her crown. So I kind of trolled that, but it's fine. She'll just waste a little more time. She's so fast, man, with her second ability. Okay. Well, Thresh is gonna clean her up. I'm just gonna take the farm. And we don't want to waste our... Oh, she actually got executed. That's funny. It doesn't really matter. It's not like her gold would change anything. But their main wave clear is gone since Orianna is gone, and we should be able to get at least one more inhibitor, if not end the game right here. We still have Baron for a little longer. Oh, I could have vaulted off that. I did not expect it, that's my bad. Okay. I love all these minions, I can dash everywhere. I'm gonna flash on them. Oh, I didn't ult again. And Zyra lived, but I didn't want to ult because I didn't want to tank turret for too long. Oh no! We tanked turret once again. But we do get the easy dub. So thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe for more Wild Rift content, and comment down below if you think ADC Yasuo is a great pick. Oh, we're actually promoting to Grandmaster. I think there's around 100, maybe 200 players in Grandmaster Plus in NA right now. So not too shabby. We're going for that rank 1, baby. Alright, thanks so much for watching. Peace out.
Oh, the eternity we shall spend together.